Hi, this is Trey Passer, and this is my movie review with minus spoilers of After Earth, starring Will Smith, Jaden Smith. Here's my ticket. I saw it this evening. There it is. It was what 6:25. Yeah, tonight. I think you can see. Yeah, After Earth. Yeah, there you go. I think you can see it there. Anyway, for those who've seen the trailer, for those who haven't seen the trailer, the basic story in this is it takes place in the future, and it's supposed to be 1,000 years in the future after climatic events basically force humanity to leave the Earth. Uh, Mankind is resettled in a place called Nova Prime. That's where the new home is. And Will Smith's character is General Cypher Rage. He's like a legendary general who helped colonize this new planet that Earth is on, and he's supposed to be basically like Daredevil, like a man without fear, because there was these creatures on the planet. I forgot the name of it, what they call the creatures on the planet, that basically was, basically slaughtering mankind when they went to the planet, and he helped. He's part of these Rangers. They call Rangers, and he helped basically wipe out these, practically most of these creatures that were killing man, and he supposedly did it without expressing fear, okay, without showing fear. And apparently, when you don't show fear in this movie, yeah, you're invisible to these creatures. Okay, well, in this movie, Will Smith is like I said, he's been on an extended tour of duty. He comes home, and his son, Kai, played by Jaden Smith, he's studying to be a ranger. Like I said, I won't spoil the whole movie. I'm just going to give you a little background to fill you in. Anyway, he's like studying to be a ranger, but supposedly he's great in the classroom, but in the field he fails. Okay, and of course when he comes home, his father comes home, and he's they basically you can see they have a stern relationship due to some. I won't tell you what happens due to an incident, but I won't tell you exactly what that incident is. Okay, they have like an estranged relationship, and the mother decides, since legendary Cypher is going to retire pretty soon, but he has one more mission to do. She suggests to him that he takes his son Katai with him and get to know him better, and rebond with him, because she feels that they're estranged, and she wants them to be closer. Okay, so he goes along on the trip with other rangers. Okay, and of course, like you see in the trailer, due to I think asteroid shower basically rips open the plane, and they crash land on Earth 1,000 years later. And like you say in the trailer, Will Smith goes, or Cypher basically explains to his son how everything has evolved to basically, so everything's dangerous on the planet to man, and how the weather is unpredictable and everything else. Yeah, first of all, let me say this movie is about 90 minutes long, I think. Well, it says 100 minutes on the thing, but I think it was about 90 minutes, I think. But anyway, it doesn't matter. This movie, I tried to go into it without, because I saw the reviews of it, and they were actually killing it in the paper with reviews. But I was trying to go in it to it not have any preconceived notions, try to wipe out those reviews and wipe out any preconceived notions about Will Smith and Jaden Smith being in the same movie together and all that stuff. But this movie was a disappointment to me. I'll be perfectly honest. First of all, Will Smith, he's a good actor. He can actually act, because I loved him in Ali and also Pursuit of Happiness. He can do dramatic roles if we're given the right script and stuff in the right direction. He can do dramatic roles. But in this movie, I know they were trying to make him all this legendary figure and stuff, but they didn't really show it in this movie. You're supposed to just accept that he's supposed to be this legendary, ranger that everybody looks up to, and they even try to show you like one quick little scene. But you're supposed to take it on faith that he's this legendary guy. Everybody looks up to him and everything. He's a legend. Okay, and then Will Smith's basically, trying to play a tough guy with only one emotion, and I wasn't buying it. I'm sorry, I just wasn't buying it. I think that his part was severely underwritten, and I don't know. Like I said, maybe they edited part of this out. And then also Jaden Smith, I thought his part was underwritten also, because they try to tell you they have an estranged relationship, but they don't, and they I think they try, based on what I won't spoil of what the event is that they think was, I guess, would put the strain on their family or the father-son relationship. But I wasn't buying it, because they kept contradicting each other in the movie about they're supposed to have this estranged relationship, but they kept kind of contradicting themselves and stuff. And basically, like I said, you see in the movie, in the trailer, Will Smith is directing his son, because basically when the plane crashes, they have to go he has to go to, because the plane splits up, or the ship splits up, and the part that's on the farthest away from him, he has to go, Jaden Smith or Katai has to go and retrieve the beacon, of course, and avoid all the dangerous creatures and the wacky weather and stuff. But I'm sorry, I just wasn't buying it. It just, I thought what would have made a better movie to me, instead of, because basically, like you said, you see in the trailer, they have Will Smith isolated from his son, and if they basically want the father and son, I'm assuming the point of the movie is, that the father and son have the estranged relationship, and they're supposed to rebond together and stuff. And this trip or this movie is supposed to be about them rebonding together. And I think what would have made a better movie would have been if Will Smith's character wasn't trapped in the ship. Okay, if he would actually went with his son out and explored the planet, I think I would have bought it more, or it would have been a better movie if Will Smith and his son was together and facing all the dangers together. I think that would have probably made a better bonding experience, and you could have actually showed them actually arguing back and forth with each other and stuff when they basically got to survive together. I think that would have probably made a better movie. But as it is, keeping them isolated, I think, was a mistake. Okay, and having Will Smith, be this legendary guy, general, legendary ranger, but everybody's talking about, but they don't actually show him doing anything. That they don't actually show you what he did to become this legendary. I mean, they in the beginning of the movie they show quickly, but they don't really show you what he did to become this legendary ranger. So I'm not buying it. And like I said, and Jaden Smith he could act, because I liked him in the Karate Kid remake. He was good at that, and he was also good in Pursuit of Happiness. That movie was a good movie with them together in it. Pursuit of Happiness. I really liked them in that movie. I thought both of them were really good in that. But in this, I'm sorry, the performances to me were weak in this movie. And I like a lot of people, I'm not going to blame this on M. Night Shyamalan. He was just the director in this. I read somewhere that originally this was an idea based on that Will Smith came up with, that he fleshed out with the writer of the movie. But basically M. Night Shyamalan is just basically a hired director at this point. So you can't really blame him for the direction of the movie. Maybe you can blame the editor, whoever edited this movie, because like I said, I would bet that they edited this movie a lot, and they cut out a lot of parts in this movie, because it just seems like things were missing. Like maybe they did show Will Smith, in the beginning of the movie, more scenes of him, actually doing stuff to be the earnest legend of being this legendary ranger, that you're not supposed to just accept it on faith. It's just, like I said, it was just a disappointment. It didn't fulfill my expectation. And also there were parts where you're supposed to laugh, I think, and then there were other parts where you weren't supposed to laugh that you actually did laugh at. Okay, which did it no good. The movie no favors. And I understand they moved this movie up, because I think originally this movie was supposed to come out next week. But I think they moved it up because I think they wanted to get it further away from the Superman movie. But either way, I have to give this movie a 5 out of 10. It's just, like I said, like the beautiful cinematography was okay, but I just think the script was weak, and the performances by Will Smith and his son weren't that great to begin with. Okay, and this movie just a disappointment. So if I was to say, just wait for it to come out on video, don't go waste your money to go see it. Okay, I went to see it anyway, even though I saw the crappy reviews it got and the low ratings. I said, let me go anyway, because like I said, a lot of times people, you can't go by critics. You just go see, go see and judge for yourself. And this is a disappointment. It really is. And usually, like I said, Will Smith has a good track record with picking out summer movies, but you should have known by that this wasn't released on the 4th of July, that this movie was something wrong with it. Because usually Will Smith's summer movies get released on the big 4th of July weekend, and this one wasn't. So, and then plus they moved it up from the June date to the end of May, which maybe should have told us that maybe this movie had problems. But like I said, they maybe, like I said, if there's a director's cut, because I still have a feeling that they edited a lot of story out of this movie, because as it is, it's just an empty movie to me. Okay, like I said, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Let me know what you think. Have you seen this? If you feel the same, feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.